Well, welcome to sunny Mondays. It is episode 37. So, been to work for an hour or something today. It's bank holiday Monday. Callum also went in this morning. He done a little bit of work. He done he took the gearbox, clutch and flywheel out of a Ford Cougar. And then once he's done that, he just headed home. I think he pulled his back a little bit on taking the gearbox out. I did give him a hand, but I think he might have been taking more of the weight than he thought. So I'm just gonna head home now in the little Yaris. I've stopped using the little club sport because it's got a little weep on the water pump or on the thermos house, whatever it is. So them parts arrived in stock now, so I've just stopped using that until that goes into the workshop. That'll be going to the workshop on I can't remember when my own car's going in. It's going in on Thursday, I believe. This week feels a bit strange already because it feels like we've already, last week we lost Friday and this week we've lost obviously lost Monday for any real work. It's good that obviously the guys get a little bit more, a bit of a long weekend, lets them recharge a bit. I think everybody in the garage normally is grafting flat out, so it is good to have a long weekend every now and again, just let the batteries recharge. I've got a funeral to go to tomorrow and I need to go to that funeral on a bike. So that the funeral is a guy called Joe Burns who used to own a motorbike shop for a very long time, called Joe's Motorcycles on Westgate Road. If you're from the northeast and you're into bikes, you definitely would have, if you hadn't heard of that shop, you definitely would have heard of him. But he would have wanted everybody to go on a motorbike, so I hope it's not like today because it's absolutely lashing down. But if it is, it looks like we're getting wet. So it'll be me, Ken, who does Mondays and Fridays, and Andy, the recovery driver. He also knew Joe, so he's going to bring his bike in tomorrow to work. So hopefully it lashes down the way to work, so he gets wet, and then hopefully for the funeral about 11 o'clock it's all right. This week we have got Josh, the new guy. He starts tomorrow morning. So I've had a couple of people saying they're starting and then didn't turn in, or they rang last minute and said they couldn't come or whatever, they're going to stay where they are, which is fair enough, but obviously it'd be nice if you got a bit of notice. But I'm pretty confident Josh is going to start because he's finished his other job and his toolbox is already in the workshop. He dropped that off last week, so that's a very good sign. Josh is predominantly going to be MOT testing, but he will be doing bits of MOT repairs and servicing at the same time. I tell you what it is, I love this little car. It's tiny, it feels absolutely tiny, but what a cracking little car, man. Little Yaris GR, kind of fault it. Only thing is, just because it's got a really nice little tone to it, obviously you can hear the turbo spooling up all the time. You just want to put your foot down all the time. We've also got, what have we got this week? I don't know whether Calum's going to make it in tomorrow now. Obviously he put his back out today a little bit, so he might need a little bit of time before I get that better. I hope he does come in because it'll be in the diaries, the way it's loaded, it'll all be done nicely rather than sort of having to find a bit extra time for Calum's work. But if he needs time off, he needs it off, but 50 cals is pretty tough, so I think they'll be in. So by the time I go to the funeral tomorrow, say 11, maybe just get back about 1 o'clock-ish hopefully. I'm not going to go to any like wake afterwards like that. go straight back to work. There's still plenty to do, and hopefully when there's more people in the workshop now, it means I can spend some more time in the office and start getting ready for the summer really. Hopefully the good weather brings in some nice jobs, and hopefully brings on some better YouTube videos. Ed's mum passed away last week, so we cut the video short. We were going to actually put no video out, just to give Ed a bit of time, but he did. He came in even when he didn't have to. He's still doing the video. He got it all done. Unbelievable really. So Ed's mum passed away last week. Obviously probably the worst news Ed could have received, but he still cracks on with it. He's unbelievable. So me, Jim and Ed were talking last week, trying to get some videos planned for when the summer comes really. It's an absolute nightmare trying to do a decent video in the weather, like in bad weather, because you've got to put all the protective gear on the cameras, microphones got to be everything's different in the rain, and with the rain comes normally darkness, or certainly the lack of the sun. It's a lot easier filming when it's nice and light. It means we haven't got to then take light equipment with us, so just everything changes when it's dark and dingy and wet and damp. So hopefully when the sun comes out, we'll get some awesome videos. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully won't be as tired. So we're definitely going to go down to Twisted Performance. They're down in Thirsk. I'd really like to go down to Urban and see what they're doing on there. I'll try and get in contact with them. We've got a link between us via Can Phantom. So even this car's got a Can Phantom. Every car that we own, I think, has got a Can Phantom. We've just got a new, well, I'm saying new, second-hand, new to us, Vivaro, so it's the same as Paul's Can Phantom van. That'll obviously that'll be getting Paul. He'll be putting a Can Phantom on that next week. I don't think there's a car that we own that doesn't have a Can Phantom and a tracker. So remember, it's not just if your car is keyless, it could have a key. So I know gone are the days of like hot wiring, they say, but really it's not. Now it's even easier. They don't even touch the wires, they just plug a laptop in or whatever they do, make a new key for your car. So even if your key is in one of them Faraday pouches, in a safe, in the house, they don't even need the key now. They just make a new one outside your front door and drive the car off the driveway. Or to be fair, at least if it was off your driveway, that you would still be at home and you'd be nice and warm and dry. But unfortunately, what if they take that car from somewhere like sort of a multi-storey car park, so you've been out shopping, come back, your car's gone, or you know, you might have went to a friend's house, or you could be in a hotel, you could be anywhere. They can take that car, you know, between 15 and 30 seconds, that car be gone, and you're stuck there. Obviously, especially say it was over this bank holiday, your insurance company doesn't answer the phone, you can't get a courtesy call till Tuesday, blah blah blah. Just not worth the hassle. Remember, just if you want to keep your car safe, fit a Can Phantom, and that's the end of it. Unless they come with a crane and lift that onto the back of a truck, which is probably less than 1% of thefts are done that way. Then fit a Can Phantom. So keep it safe, fit a Can Phantom, that's the only way. I think Garry spoke about we're going to try and put the offer back on. So we did have them down from $499 to $399. There was a massive success with that, and then a lot of customers were either watching the video later or they're hearing about that later, and they basically they want the same offer. So there's a lot of people missed out on it. So I think Garry spoke about it either last week or the week before. He's going to put that offer back on again. There's some things Garry puts on, like little offers that I don't get to find out about, because, well, you know, he's the manager, he can run it his way. And I certainly wouldn't go over the top of him and change it. If Garry thinks it's a good idea and he wants to run with it, then great, we'll do that. So Can Phantom, I'm sure it is this month and next month from $499 down to for 399. I'm pretty sure that's the offer. You had to talk to Garry, but now I've said it on here, that's just going to have to be the offer. We'll also do a deal if you get a tracker at the same time, which we would advise. Trackers aren't just good for sort of theft prevention or getting your car back. You know, you could use it for all sorts of things. I parked my car in a car park in Newcastle. I've come out of the shop completely lost like track of the time and what day it is and everything. My memory's obviously been somewhere else. I couldn't remember which multi-story I parked the car in. I literally went on the app on my phone, told it exactly where it was within a couple of meters, and that was it, done. Saves me a lot of hassle. Save me getting the bus home. So this week I'm going to try, if I can, to use the little Yaris for a couple of days, but I also want to try and use the Mustang this week. But to be fair, I'll probably want to get the Mustang out if the weather's good, because that was up at Borders detailing. So the last time you've seen that car, the last time I think I've seen that car was, it was up at Borders detailing. It got all ceramic coated, it got the PPF coating. I think he done a little bit of detail on it. The car looked amazing, looked like a brand new car. I would normally get this little Yaris PPF, but this actually came already PPF'd. This car, I mean, it's only got 8,800 mile on now, and it's a 21 plate. But when this car was bought, it was bought second hand. It already had a full PPF, so everywhere in this car has been PPF, the full car. It's basically got that clear protective coating everywhere you touch it. You can almost just, you can feel it because the car's almost soft. So you can dig your nail in, and you can, it's not like paint, but it does leave a great protection for the rest of the car. So stone chips, if someone was trying to be a little bit malicious and maybe trying to key the car or something like that, it would protect from all that sort of stuff. That sounds awesome, that car. Not even revving it hard there. 4,000 RPM. Just sounds awesome. So that's all I've got for you today. I'm heading home because it is, even though it's nice and light, it is still 6:30 because the light nights are here. So I'll no doubt see you tomorrow. Hopefully we might see Ed. I might be taking a little bit more time off, just to sort things out for his mum. If not me and Ed, it'll be me and Jim, or it could be Jim and Garry. I've got no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. But thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for watching even on this bank holiday Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
Yes, here we are, deepest, darkest gatehead. You can hear the rain.
Yes, absolutely lashing down.
Lashing.
What day is it, Jimbo?
Today is
Tuesday? Yes.
It is Tuesday the 11th and it's 21:58.
Right, so you heard Jimbo right, it is Tuesday and it is 21:58. So it's close to 10 o'clock obviously. Me and Jimbo have both been away from the garage, then we're come back to do a bit of paperwork. And then we realised we hadn't done a Tuesday video because the first day back after the bank holiday has been absolutely mental. Literally going to do a quick walk around so we can try and get home before 11 o'clock at night.
So could you be giving us the latest update on the XJ there, like?
So the old XJ, we're waiting on a couple of parts. It's on the back of the order, same as every other JLR product on the planet.
And then we've got this daft M motorbike here, like.
Aye. I was out at the Ducati today. It was literally, I had to go to a funeral and the guy was bike mad, so everybody went to bike. Luckily it wasn't raining like it is now, it's absolutely lashing down. But that'll go straight back in the storage until the better weather comes.
Chicken strips, like?
What's a brand new tyre, son?
Oh, that's what it is. See that? And what's the crack with this red box here, like?
So this big red post box, this is pretty much done now, I think.
Woohoo!
I even think the driver's door card's on now.
Give over.
Look at that.
Wow.
Only thing it needs is a bit of walnut stuck on there.
It looks just like a bought one.
It's amazing.
I like the way you kept hold of the door there and pushed it shut.
Aye, give it a good fling. That tram tipper is all done. It was in because the brakes were all sticking on. Got it all sorted, but I just pulled it overnight.
Looks a bit drafty in the back there, like for the dergs.
Well, I tell you, there's some size dog in there must be from a fucking lion. That's come from the Lion Land Park. That literally got pulled in because it's booked in for a Can Phantom, but not until next week. So we just pulled it in because we just have a look before we fit the Can Phantom. Somebody will pinch it before we fit it. But once we fit the Can Phantom,
we'll
you
never
will
get it.
not be pinching it.
Why do they call it Can Phantom?
Because
that's a genuine question.
It works on the CAN bus system.
All right, it's one of those questions you wish you never asked.
It's there to be.
That's a nice BM.
It's supposed to be there, but not to be seen. So it's a Phantom.
So it's a Phantom system that works on a CAN bus.
Very good, sir.
And for those who are unaware, like myself, of what a CAN bus is.
CAN bus basically.
In layman's terms, like.
In layman's terms, well, the G-Wagon's a perfect example.
It doesn't have one.
That does not have any CAN bus at all. So basically, when you're on that car there, when you press the window switch, there's about, say, 4 or 5 wires just to go put the window down, put the window up. If that vehicle had CAN bus, and that's per switch, so if that vehicle had CAN bus, there'd literally be 2 wires maximum, do pretty much all of the doors. So it basically it started on aeroplanes, CAN bus. It was to get the speed of data fast from the front and back of the plane, and so it came into cars. But now there's so much technology in cars, there's actually newer versions of CAN bus, and there's high speed CAN bus, medium speed CAN bus, low speed CAN bus, there's LIN bus, there's any amounts of buses, and normally they're like a bus that you get
on
in
a
the
computer,
street, so they all go wrong at the same time.
Is this like a bus on a computer though, like on a chip? Where there's data bin, or is it just like sort of electronics?
There's basically two wires, and they're twisted together like looks like an old telephone wire, and basically the data runs up and down them wires basically. So when you, in simple terms, rather than when you used to push the window switch and it used to basically join 2 wires together and the motor would then go down, now when you push that window switch, it's nowhere near connected to the window anymore. The switch literally just sends a tiny little signal or like a message that says window down, and then when you let go it says stop window. That's pretty much in layman terms what happens, and it's the same with everything else. You want to change the radio channel, everything on your car, if it's fairly new, will all be controlled via CAN bus. Very rare now you get something that's is controlled by an old-fashioned relay with a live at earth, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, if it's a big motor, it will be still controlled by a heavy live earth and a relay. That relay will then be signalled to turn on via CAN bus. So,
has this got anything to do with those people who plug a module into their car thing and then can activate extra features that Volkswagen never gave them? Anything like that, or is that something totally different?
Well, that thing you plug into your car will be talking to the car via the CAN bus.
Right, okay.
So even at your OBD port, there'll be the CAN buses there, and there's a live and earth there. So literally anything you want to do in your car, it'll be controlled via CAN bus. So
that's why the CAN Phantom is so effective, because it's part of the car's internal.
Yeah, that's why the CAN exactly. The CAN Phantom is effective because it can basically how it works is when you go, the thief would then go to start your car. It knows that you haven't put the PIN number in. So whatever that car's trying to do, even when the car's legitimately trying to start with its own key, that CAN Phantom will jump in and basically tell the car do not start because it hasn't got its sort of unique PIN number. That's enough on CAN bus. I think it's 10 o'clock indeed. Whatever I've just said there, I've just waffled on.
That was a lot of good CAN bus stuff there, right? Okay.
The Campbell CAN.
You know when you ask somebody a question and you wish you never asked?
That's what it
was
like.
One of those like.
That's what it felt like. This here, the BMW, this is being pulled back in for at night. Actually, this needs a smoke test on the boost system.
It's on the tabs, is it?
On the old tabs, like. This is the one with the gearbox. This is still here, unfortunately, because we're waiting on this little fuel line. So that's the return line for the fuel. There's a tiny little weep on it, which we could have sent it back with, but unfortunately we just can't do that. So we'll. This is coming from the dealer tomorrow. Once that pipe's literally just clipped straight into it, that'll be going back to St John's, obviously after a quick test drive.
Is it the case these days that no matter what brand or make of car you've got, some parts are a bit more difficult to get hold of?
They are. The parts are getting a lot harder to get. We hear 4 times a day, 5 times a day about this is on back order, that's on back order. There's been a price increase. And we'll get every excuse under the sun. So it was COVID was stopping parts, then it was Ukraine was stopping parts, it was Boris Johnson stopping them, then it was Brexit. Then the only thing they're doing to say is, listen, we're just fucked up, we haven't got your parts. They just use any excuse. This has been in a previous video, this Range Rover Velar.
You may recognise this Velar from his previous videos.
Yes, previous videos. And this was expensive as it was getting a timing chain. So this did get a timing chain, but unfortunately the guy, nothing to do with timing chain, but the guys let the rear brakes go down to the metal. So that's
actually there's no brakes there at all, Marvin.
Wow, unbelievable.
No wonder it wouldn't stop.
Well, look at I'll tell you one thing, all that there is, that is the material off his disc, the rust's actually sort of welding into that there.
Good lord.
So you can see there.
Well, you could if I put the camera down on the floor like.
Well, Jimbo, you're supposed to be a cameraman. What is going on here?
Because my gloves won't allow the touch screen operation.
Oh. So,
and here we go.
That's the disc there. Jimbo, I'll bring it up to your level. Look.
Thank you so much. Most kind.
Oh, look at that. So, that's roughly what it should look like. I mean, it's still rough like. But that there, if you look, is all extremely scored.
Looks like it's an electric truck.
I know. So that's basically, he could have just had a set of pads in that, but he's let it go so far, and now it needs pads and discs. So they're on order from Land Rover, they'll be here tomorrow morning, and it also needs 2 tyres, but I don't know whether he's actually authorised tyres, to be honest with you. But Garry would know more, but I don't really want to ring Garry at 10 o'clock at night and say, Walkers.
Velar's not a new name either, is it?
No.
I read that they were originally going to call the Land Rover that in the
back in the day,
50s or something.
Well, tell you what it is, they should have, if they called it back then, it would have brought you a lot. So,
a Range Rover we've got here, like.
Another one, this is just in for a height sensor. It's got the auto launch machine on for calibration. This is 2015 Cougar. Luckily this one's a 2-wheel drive, it was in for a clutch and flywheel.
You like the Cougars, don't you there, Marvin?
Aye. This is actually the car that Callum came in to do on yesterday. On yesterday? It's been a long day. So he came in yesterday and he only got half it done because when he took the gearbox out, he managed to pull his back out. But he still came in this morning, can't fault of that. Top job. And over here, we have the tyres for the morning. They'll be getting fitted tomorrow morning. I know the trans are coming in for these 2. There's also something coming in for this one here. We've also got...
Wow, we've got a big hole in the middle of these tyres, haven't they?
Aye, well that's where the fucking wheel goes, son. So, so that one there, that's still the engine for the Range Rover. This is booked in for tomorrow eventually. So it'd be nice to get a bit of space around here. Get that body off, get the engine in the car.
What actual engine is it?
That is the...
It's not the 3 litre in there.
That's the 3 litre crank snapper there, son.
Wow.
So, hopefully this one doesn't snap the crank. This will be going into the car tomorrow. Maybe a day and a half, we'll see that car all done and the body back on.
How long before it's back with the snap crank? Nobody knows.
We'll give it a lamppost warranty, Jimbo, so...
Second lamppost, that is.
Once it's past that, see you later.
That's where the boys like to wash their feet like when they finished work.
Well, we just had a paddling pool installed there for the boys.
Yeah, it's lovely like.
This one, little Ford KA, or CAC, whatever. This car's lost the clutch pedal, so Andy recovered it in on the truck the day for us.
Do you mean the pedal's just gone in and not come back out?
Exactly, the pedal's gone in and not come out.
Is it hydraulic cable?
That's just what happens to Jimbo's wallet, you see. He goes in, doesn't want to come back out.
Bit like Marvin's there.
Every video, by the way, we've got to get a little bit in about Jim's wallet. Just a little bit.
So is it the cable or hydraulic like? What kind of clutch is it?
It's hydraulic, James.
Thank you so much.
And these are a sealed system. So you buy...
There used to be cables, you know, on the Ford Cortina Mark II, like in
That was before the war, Jimbo. That was... So
oh no, actually, they were hydraulic doors as well, you know.
Were they?
I did have one.
What?
TRP127G was the registration, like.
And what kind of vehicle was that, Jimbo?
Ford Cortina Mark II.
A Mark II Cortina. How old were you then, Jimbo? 60, 65?
I think I was in my early 80s, like.
Aye. I was in the 80s, in the 80s. So this basically is going to get the master cylinder, the pipe that runs across the back of the engine and goes to the slave cylinder. So just take the battery out, a couple of little things across the back of the engine. I don't know if you see much there because it is
dark.
Pretty dark.
Ooh, shiny.
Look at that, shiny, shiny. So there's the cylinder there. So the pipe basically goes from here, the one I'm touching here, across the back of the bulkhead, and then comes across here, underneath the battery tray, and then goes on top of the gearbox.
Remarkable.
Unbelievable. So the last thing
is this tow rag?
It's the old tow rag. This came to us in oh bloody hell. This came to us in 2018.
Wow, it's been here a long time, like it's a landmark.
So when this came in 2018, it got one injector, and then about 2 weeks later, I remember it came back. Obviously, it was a long time ago, but we checked the job card, and it got another injector. We advised that all of them were changed, but the guy just wanted to basically just wait until they went wrong and then change them.
Is it a big job?
It's not so much a big job, it's just the cost of the parts is quite expensive. So the labour cost, changing one to changing six, the labour cost isn't sixfold. So you would have saved money on labour, but obviously you would have had to spend a lot of money on injectors. So I think injectors maybe is about 300 quid for this. So basically at the time we replaced two of them. Car was happy. He drove down south in 2019, maybe a year later after that. Another injector went. So
what are the symptoms of an injector going? If someone's driving along?
You might get smoky. On this, what always happens is the coil light starts flashing, and the fault code was basically an injector circuit fault. So the ECU recognised that there's something wrong with the injector, and either shut that injector off or erase the fault code to let us know which one it was. So basically 1, 2 and 3 have all been replaced on this car. Today we've replaced number 4. So the only two original injectors are 5 and 6. So hopefully...
Guess which ones are going to go next?
No, my little probably the one that we've just replaced today. But
of course not.
I hope that he gets many happy miles out of number 5 and 6 still. But
they're a nice looking car, these.
Aye. Look at that. A little bit of torch there on the phone. That there is Josh, the new guy's toolbox. It was his first day today, and well, he seems to have liked it. He must be coming back tomorrow. He's left his toolbox. He seemed to have a good day. Enjoyed it. He was happy. He said, you know, he likes working here, likes the environment, likes the guys. And Mickey really likes him. He's been all over him like a rash all day.
And now he's got a rash.
And now he's got a rash. Now the poor guy's got the clap. So that's pretty much all we've got for you today. It's pointless just going outside because it's absolutely lashing down with rain.
And it's dark.
It's dark, and it is now 10:10 at night. So me and Jimbo is definitely going home for a well-earned kip, and then hopefully me and
not
Jimbo,
together, that is. Separate houses, like.
He's going to Mickey's house.
We might be related, but
just took me right off my trail of thought there, Jimbo. So
we're talking about the Campbells.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks very much. Cheers.
She's a lovely model there. Look at that.
I'll get the lights, Jimbo, because we're going home. Beep boo. That's yours, Gary.
Thank you, miss. Appreciate it.
What's the crack, guys? We've had absolutely no video today, so we'll have to.
I'm not really in the cinematography mood. It's a good word, isn't it?
Oh, bloody hell, Gary.
Cinematography mood. Well, I've not done anything today, have I?
Nah. Do you know what I feel I've achieved today? I might got my hair cut. So, I'll relieve yourself of 20 quid after we do.
And you probably got some good crack, I bet.
I did.
Ah, there
John the Barber. You always get the crack off John the Barber.
John the Barber. Crack of the Northeast.
You know what he does? He's an electrician. What are you on with, Gaz?
I am booking a backlog of bits on jobs so we can get some customers their invoices and bills.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We use trade customers.
You know, yeah.
Well, not trade, fleet.
Fleet customers. Just paying with them at the minute. Just playing catch up with a short week and whatever. Just catching up. But it's the old adage. Probably I'll get more done. What time is it? 7 o'clock. I'll get more done in an hour than you do during the day because you just start doing something. The phone rings and something.
Yep.
Else. Just run of the mill stuff. It is what it is. What it is. What it is. What it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, it definitely isn't what it isn't.
It is what it is. Yeah, right. What is it?
Gary,
Isn't what it
who
is.
sits there?
Who sits where?
There?
What, at the front desk?
Aye.
Could be that Jerry kid.
Jerry kid?
You reckon that I was busy, but I didn't.
I'll tell you, there's nobody even there.
Exactly. Yeah. He says he's the busiest. He says he's the busiest person in the garage, but we're still here. Where is he?
That's it, like. I'll tell you what it is. This shows dedication here, like.
Yeah.
See this?
We've got to be asking ourselves, where's Jimmy?
I'm going to ask really, where is Jimmy?
Where is Jimmy?
Because that there, that's not Jimmy. Jimmy sits there. No Jimmy
Actually,
here.
During the part, that's probably got better crack than Jimmy, so...
Better crap than Jimmy? Tell you what it is, with crap like that, Jimmy's going to get you on that straighter show. Hey there, Jimmy. Hello there.
Are you busy, Jimmy?
Are you busy, Jimmy? Because you just stand there.
Are you busy, Jimmy?
I tell you, Jimmy,
Jimmy,
stand there, you look a Reed helmet. Jimbo, what's happening upstairs, like? Just packing you what? Fudge packing. Look at the little studio there. Look at it. Unbelievable. Lovely. Should we give you a mystery tour? This one here. Look at that. This one here is the ladies. Look at that. You have a little baby change there. Jimbo, we're not going to go back in the workshop for a video because everything's all thingied, so we're doing a video right now.
That's amazing.
What are you doing, Jimbo?
I'm looking for my boots, like, and I'm also looking for the camera bags. Look for the smaller camera bag.
Jimbo, where are you going with all that gear there?
Doncaster.
Doncaster? What's happening, Doncaster, Jim?
Doncaster and Bolsover
Bolsover.
construction site.
Balsa wood.
Take some pictures of a crane, like.
Crane? What sort of crane, Jimbo?
A long high one.
Is it a tower crane?
Is it a mobile tower crane?
Mobile tower? Who's that for? Core crane hire?
It's a Grove crane, I think.
Right, okay, so that narrows it down
Same
to
as this-
nothing.
Same as JDP's type, the white one.
Oh, so like a mobile.
Yeah, mobile.
Aye. Aye.
For Steve Davis, like.
Oh, for Steve Davis, not for the boys. So it's not for those gentlemen there at Core Crane Hire. Always doing a grand job they are. You ever need a crane? Bring those guys there. So, this is, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at the helmets available here. Unbelievable.
The 3 helmets.
3 helmets, alright. Give you a little view from the dual media
24105.
office, yeah. All you get to see all day is the beautiful Magnum.
Is that
And then
right? So
there
that's
just seems
the
to be
right
lots of, there's still lots of cars, yeah.
There's about as many cameras up here, I think, as what there was cars down there.
Look at the gear over there, man. Everyone says, go on, make a YouTube video, that'll be easy.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's about the stuff next door.
Yeah, I've already given the grand tour of next door.
Sometimes it's tidy, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, looks fairly tidy, Jumbo. I tell you when you now, you've come to the Reese studio. Look at that. There's cameras just lying run down all the shop. Jimbo's using them as doorstops.
Using them as doorstops, like.
Look at that. Unbelievable. What you got in your hand there, Jimbo?
5D Mark IV.
5D Mark IV.
Just checking the battery.
What's this one here, Jimbo?
5D Mark II, maybe?
5D Mark II.
5D Mark II.
Unbelievable.
And there's a 5D Mark I over there, which doesn't belong to us.
There's a bit of gear there. That looks like one of them things that gives a signal out, like a sky mast.
Well, there's a 5D here, that's something else, that's I don't know what that is. We're breeding cameras here.
That's 24105 there, Jimbo.
That's definitely a 24105.
You can see that from a mile away. That there is a handy lens. Look at that.
And it's got a bit of brown tape, so I know that's the sharp one.
And Jimbo, I can tell you why you'll keep that sharp if you put the lens cap on.
I'm looking for it. Is there one over there?
There's Jimmy's mate, look. If Jimmy looks at the helmet downstairs, there's his bird. Belinda? Hey, Belinda. And somehow, up the stairs, Ed managed to carry that scooter all the way up the stairs. Hey, this is unbelievable. Jimbo, you need to get some stuff on the walls here. It's all planned.
It's going to be food and cranes.
Food and cranes? How big's your fucking plate if you need a crane to pick it up?
That's fucking two cranes. You need one flat one for his fucking wallet.
You definitely need a crane for Jim's wallet.
Definitely need a crane for Jim's wallet.
Right.
Right.
It was a good night. Go
So-
back, Gary. What were you doing there?
I was just looking at I didn't know. I was just looking to see if they did a new 208 GTI. Did they do a Peugeot 208 GTI?
I don't know. If not, they'll do some concept sort of thing. GTI?
Yeah, 208.
Show us GTI, guys.
I'm a bit confused. That's the old shape one. But I thought they did a new 208 GTI.
What's that black thing there? Oh. That's actually not a bad looking
I
car.
was going to say, not everybody's cup of tea, but I think that's a canny looking car, that.
I'll tell you what's a good cup of tea. That there, in the Team Valley branded cup. I'll tell you what it is, though. It's getting well worn, that
I was just going to say, thanks for showing the tea slops on the side.
It's getting a bit faded, though.
No, that's that. That's because when you get to my age, you start losing all your faculties, and that includes
faculties.
Your faculties, aye. That includes. That's why I wear
hand-eye coordination.
That's why I wear a dog jumper, because I got T-slops.
Team Valley bib needed.
Yeah, it was like my granddad when he used to come in with his. Unbelievable, sir.
Right. It's good night from me, and it's definitely good night from Gary. See you later. Right, extremely quick video for Thursday. Didn't manage to get anything done during the day today, but we'll hopefully get something done tomorrow. It's quite late. I just came down to the storage unit just to put this little beast away. The little Yaris GR next to this little pal. Whoever's going to win that will be very lucky. Planned 100 horsepower. So in this space here was the BMW M Coupe, not ours, because that is just that one there. But the M Coupe is at our garage now. Ed's car's there, but he's took the van. M4 is all there. Just need to get all these washed really and get all the covers back on. There's a little Club Sport. That's had all the water pump done. Thermostat housing, full service. Discs and pads all around, 4 new tyres. That car's going to the Nürburgring at the end of the month. So, like I say, quick one today because, well, it's home time, I'm ready for bed. But hopefully we'll see you a little bit more tomorrow. Thanks for watching on Thursday. See you soon. Bye now. Morning everybody, Friday the 14th. I'm just pulling up the Teton Valley. I ended up taking home this Maserati Ghibli, I think it's called. I'm quite wrapped up here because it's only 2 degrees. This car's alright, but I wouldn't rate it mega highly, and I think they're still expensive, and they're also they're not cheap to maintain. I know brakes and things are a fortune for these. Today in the workshop, fairly busy day, but we've got the M Coupe. We've got that out of storage, and that is getting the springs and shockers all around Bilstein. Also getting a service, and I think a couple extra little things, just tidy it up ready for the summer. It's also they'll get a full health check just to make sure we can see everything's good to go for that guy. Hopefully I was happy miles this summer. We've also got the bodies back on the Range Rover. That's driving. That's just gonna get a little drive this morning, and then it'll get an oil change again, just to make sure it's all flushed out, ready to go. And that should be ready to hand over probably this afternoon, to be honest with you. What else have we got on the go? The gearbox is all back together, and it's in the van on the Transit, the one that we put the bearings in. That's obviously a new clutch and flywheel at the same time, and also the thrust bearing. Wow, that sun is bright. It's a new thrust bearing at the same time. What else have we got on the go? Too much. Everybody seems to be settled in though. New guys, Josh, he's settled in fine. He's cracking on with the MOTs, and it frees Andy up to start getting back on with some of the bigger jobs, that's what he likes. And his first big job out of his holiday was straight in for the Range Rover with the body off. I think we've also got a Discovery for next week. That also needs engine in, body off. We've got the Jaguar that has got the water leak pot, that's on back order as usual. Pretty busy day going ahead really. I can just see in the mirror I've parked next to the Discovery that we're going to start doing some work on. So I bought that. I think that's probably one of the cheapest Discovery 3s in the country, if not the cheapest Discovery 3. Whether it's the cheapest Discovery 3 when we're finished, after all the work it needs, I'm not sure. Never even drove the car, never health checked it, nothing. I just know it's a manual Disco 3 with probably 220,000 mile on. So it's going to need a little job or two, but we'll just health check it, walk you through it, see what it needs, get the jobs done, and decide what to do after that. We'll see you this afternoon. Thank you. Cheers. Garry, tell you about the Dolphin van.
Dolphin van? Good, Dolphin van. I'm going to start doing this and be like, no,
So, the Dolphin van from the top.
Dolphin van from the top. This one is suffering from Garry. So there's a few things on these, and it's got the fault where it says takes too long to build up the pressure from fuel pressure.
Oh, fuel pressure.
Fuel pressure. However, I'm not sure it hasn't had a fuel filter in a while. So I spoke to Chris this morning. We're going to do a full. I'm going to say a full service, but these get pretty much a service: oil and filter change, cabin filter, pollen filter, fuel and air. Pretty much every other service. So it's getting that. Because there's not a great deal else to go on. So we'll start by doing that.
Yeah.
We'll get the customer back and then we'll turn it on.
This Disco was in for air suspension problem. it had about 10 problems, but we've rectified that, got it down to 2. We're going to try and get rid of the last 2, and then hopefully that car will be gone forever. This is the Range Rover that had the body off for a new engine. So this is all done, boxed off, just been MOT. A few advisories, nothing too major. This car has just been washed and it should be ready to collect today, if not it'll collect towards the start of next week. Garry, get it over on this thing.
So, something's open for. Paul's moving through. Are you putting anything in, Paul?
It's in there.
Oh, okay. That's handy. What's in there?
The centralised door.
Do you know what it is yet?
In there.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't get to it.
Yeah.
Get a new one, take the plug up, pull the plug out,
Yeah.
lie the other one in place with a sticky back, I think.
And is that fixed, is it?
Oh, sure.
Good. Yeah. So we just need Tesla. What's happening on this one? It's just bouncing every time you try and lock it. It's a pretty much an old, you might say, crude system. But I apologise for using that word. But it is. It's a very, very simple system with central locking. It's just a switchable earth system. So, like I said, Paul, the biggest problem you find with stuff that is, is you just, first of all, we're too old to fit in them. Paul definitely, and too wide. But not only that, it's finding stuff on them as well. But as you can see, it's tucked in there. So it's just close put back there, so that one's one. You might have saw this one a couple of weeks ago. This is the very low mileage one. We've got the KTM as well. Funny little car, that actually.
Yes, fun little thing, yo. This trailer's from We Buy Cars and More. Literally just coming in for trailer service. Does a lot of miles up and down the country, so just check make sure wheel bearings are good. Greased all the pivot points. It was pretty simple, but the thing that it came in originally because that VW Touareg, whatever you call it, that was their towing vehicle. So that was coming in at the same time, so they decided to get the both done.
They spend their life together. That's all that car does is just pick up, deliver for We Buy. So they'll repair if you like.
Yeah. Mazda. Oh, no. So basically what happened with this is the injector, the bolt that holds the injector down, which is here. So that's snapped. And then there's a clamp. There's a little bit of damage to the back of the clamp here, enough to us to replace it anyway. And that's the injector. You probably won't be able to see, but basically the end of that injector there is beveled out, looks like a bit of a torpedo. So the injector is now going to get replaced. Some miracle we've managed to get the bolt, the remainder of that out. So that's going to get cleaned, retapped. And we've got the new copper washers. You've got the sealer ring that goes around the top. There's your new clamp. And also there's a new bolt that we'll be using. But all we're waiting for now is the injector itself. We'll just see if we can get one out today. Hopefully we can, and we'll get him back on the road.
Just if anybody's got one of these, or they use this in the, so this is a Ford, you can see on the bags there, they're all Ford bits. So this engine here, the DB engine, you use it in the Fords, the Peugeots, the Citroens, the Mazdas, and probably a lot more than that. How that all starts is they start chuffing past the injectors. And if you're looking there, you can't really see because it's very there. But if anybody's got one of these, and you can hear, if you think the engine note changes, or you can, you know, it's got that burning smell in the cabinet. If you get any of that, just be careful because a lot of that is caused by it starts chuffing, and then when it comes past, the compression just literally starts forcing it, and that's pretty much what's caused that to crack.
Yeah.
The compression forces it up, and that's all the damage it does. So it just cracked the clamp. And probably, and as Marvin says there, that's why we refer to it, it's torpedoed, and that's what happens, it just mushrooms. So if you've got one of them, and you can hear it's changed its note, they start doing about 40-50,000 miles, a few of them start from that. So just be mindful of that if somebody's got one of them with that engine in.
Slightly different clamp, is it? Yeah. Updated clamp. This is the touring. Just spoke about from We Buy Cars and More, that's the tow vehicle. This is basically just a front and back check, make sure it's alright for going up and down the country. I know it's going to get 2 front tyres The pads have probably got a little bit left on them, but because it's towed a trailer and it does a lot of miles, they wouldn't last them 2 minutes. So we're going to get them pulled out. It's also going to get a full service.
You've ordered them, haven't you? The brakes on the way for that?
No.
No.
I hope you ordered them. Somebody ordered them. This is the duo media Passat that was in, I think it was at the start of the week maybe.
Yeah.
This is basically just in to check all the levels, and also it's got a that parking sensor needs putting back this little bracket, and this indicator's not working. Park mast, car's pretty good, it's done a lot of miles on it.
VW's are quite common for that as well, because we've got the square patch on the back there. It's just to be glued on.
Yeah.
When you get one of these from, if you get a VW, used to anyway, used to come with a bump and you used to have to drill the road yourself and glue the patches on. So sometimes that's quite common, just the bonding comes away, it falls inside there.
Well, that's the hot glue going on there.
Hot glue, yeah. It's on the well, glued on. Glued in situ as this here.
Carl looks like he's having a bit of a nightmare. You having a good day, Carl?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is getting a
So it had a clutch in originally. Clutch master. So the clutch slave cylinder had burst, and when that happens, contaminates the clutch. So we replaced the clutch. Dual mass flywheel as well. So that had collapsed. The problem with them is that sometimes when it goes down, it turns the seals in the master cylinder. There's a lot of stuff now. I mean, especially Range Rover Evoques.
Yeah.
We always replace the master, the slave, and the clutch and the flywheel. Because what happens is when it goes dry fluid, it turns the seals and you just kind of get them to go back.
Yeah.
So your seals should face forwards, and there's normally 2 or 3 in there.
Yeah.
But because there's no fluid in, as you push it down, it flips it around. It's like an umbrella, you know, an umbrella in the wind.
Yeah.
Just flips like an umbrella. And then you just kind of get them to turn, so you kind of get a pedal on them.
And even if you could do that, probably never going to be the same again. So
that's the thing, you know. I mean,
once your umbrella's gone, that's it.
It's not a Ghostbuster anymore.
There's been, well, the BMW M Coupe here that was in just this morning, that got the springs and shockers all around the Bilstein kit. That's been done, test drove everything. It's now getting, it's 4 o'clock now, 4:10, so it's getting on a bit. Loads of stuff in the car park, but unfortunately it's just started absolutely lashing down after it's been a really nice morning. That's pretty much how we're going to finish the day off, or finish this week off. We need you to keep on just doing what you're doing really. The subscribers that keep going up every week. We're happy with the progress. We're getting really close to that 10,000 to give away that little Fiat Panda. We're getting so close that we're going to have to actually bring it in health check, I think, to make sure it's good to go before we give away a car that's maybe needs a couple of little bits, but we'll get them all done for you. And we're also going to chuck in a bit of cash to go towards your tax, insurance, or whatever you're going to spend it on. And we're also next week we will go through the Green Discovery 3. Need a health check that, see what it needs, see what bits we need to get from Britpart. To be honest with you, that's never moved in a year, that car. Started the other day, it was a bit smoky and it looks a bit dirty, so we'll have to give it a health check and see what we need. Well, that's it, Garry.
Thanks everybody for watching. Like you say, we're close. What is it? No, is it 1,000 H? Oh, I'm not even going to that joke for that.
10,000.
100 HP.
100 HP.
That's what it is. Panda 100 HP.
Can't you look at the car? Honestly, we'll get it up here. You can have a look at it. So like and subscribe. Hit that button because somebody's going to win a Canny Little car, definitely.
Yeah. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Next week.
Bye.
Thank you.